Hello everyone. Alright, this video is the second video to the people who've been disliking my videos. And first off, I want to apologize to you guys because I made some assumptions about the people who are thumb downing my videos, and I've seen now that those assumptions I think are actually wrong. I thought that people just were kind of siding with Mark and were just like, screw Jack, he's a horrible person, bada bada, and just hating on me for no reason. But what I see now, and this is one of the reasons I made the video, I know that it was kind of rash, but I made that video because I knew people would respond to it, and then that would give me some insight into what's actually going on here, okay? So, what I'm seeing is that people think I'm lying, and let me explain. I want to explain some things to you guys. I've never told people that I've made money dropshipping. Like, I really haven't. I've said, hey, this is really risky. Don't do dropshipping the way that I do. Just, you know, take the things that I do with a grain of salt. When I started this YouTube channel, the whole point was, like, back in February, right? The whole point was, I was thinking, you know, what if I just post 100,000 items and then just kind of, I'm going to learn from that, right? Maybe I won't earn any money, but that's not the point. The point is to see what happens and then to make videos about it so that other people can see what happens when you just blindly post and learn from it without having to actually take the risk of that huge insertion fee bill themselves. Because the idea is that, look, like, I'm not trying to sell anybody that you should do what I do. I'm really not. Like, if you want to run a profitable dropshipping business, the information that I provide can help you, but you cannot do exactly as I do because I'm not a very profitable dropshipper. I don't earn a whole bunch of money, right? I've never said that I do. And the whole point was I knew, okay, if I post tons and tons and tons and tons of items to eBay, what that's going to do is, one, I won't have to do any product research because I'm going to post a huge variety of items, and when the trends will just get shown to me in the sales, because I won't have to think what is going to sell at this time of year. I already have everything posted. So the seasonal items sell, and then that's how I know that they are a seasonal item or that they're something that people are interested in buying. I knew that if I just posted a couple 100,000 items, I would learn all of the trends, and also I would learn pretty much every possible scenario that can come up with an eBay customer. Like what kind of out of stocks. I would learn how to deal with all of the problems that come up because I would have to, because there's so many items and so many issues, right? I would have to learn what kind of items produce what kind of problems, and what items don't produce problems, what items are prone to like copyright infringement and all that kind of stuff, what categories aren't, what categories sell well, what categories don't, what situations result in bad feedback with buyers, and how to handle all of that. I knew that by posting tons and tons of items, I would learn all of that stuff. And by doing a YouTube series about it, I could show people what's happening so that you guys can make your own conclusions about what's happening based on what I'm doing. I've never been trying to say like, hey, you should do exactly what I do. Follow this step to get rich and change your life. Like, my whole purpose has always been to kind of just give you guys information for pretty much for free. I mean, there's so much information on my YouTube channel. You don't have to do anything aside from spend the time to watch it. You don't have to do what it says. Just hopefully it gets you to think, you know, because in this dropshipping industry, access to information is pretty limited. And the problem that I see with the dropshipping industry is that so many kind of gurus and teachers, they're like, oh, you should listen to me. Don't listen to anybody else. Just listen to me. And in my experience, that is not a good way to learn. The best way to learn is to expose yourself to as many different approaches as possible, to listen to all the different arguments, and then trust your instinct, your gut, and figure out how you feel about the subject after you have educated yourself. But how are you supposed to educate yourself when everybody is like, oh, don't listen to all of them, just listen to me, just me, just don't listen to them, don't do that. Like, I actively encourage people to listen to a bunch of other YouTube channels. Like, in the bottom of every single one of my videos, there are links to 4 different YouTube channels, all with different methods than me. Like, my whole point has always been to just kind of I want to make videos that can get you guys experience about what kind of problems you will have to deal with so that you can learn about that without having to make those mistakes yourself, right? That's always been my point. And the point of the course is the same thing. The course is not a guide to making money. The course is a guide to everything dropshipping related. You can find multiple tutorials in the course about how to use different dropshipping software. You can find links to documents that show you all of the different dropshipping software that I know of. Because when I started, I thought it was just Hydra Lister and SKUgrid. I didn't realize that there's like 100 other tools that you can pick from. And so what I'm trying to do is make that access to information convenient to people. And yeah, it's true, I earn like 20 bucks when you buy the course off my YouTube coupon code, but like, I'm not trying to get rich off of that. I'm just trying to like kind of compensate myself so that I can continue educating people about dropshipping. And like, again, I'm not telling you do what I do because I don't have the credibility. I haven't earned a whole bunch of money. But the thing is, there are already so many courses and channels that do that. That's why I didn't try and even bother making a course that's like, here's a step-by-step guide to setting up a dropshipping business, because there's tons of those already. If I did that, it would just be another course like that. And again, I don't have the credibility to do it. Somebody like Mark could do that because he earns a lot of money, right? So he could show a step-by-step guide. But the reality is there's already like 10 or 15 courses on Udemy that do that exact same thing. I don't want to just be another course. I want to be a course that's different. I wanted to make a course that no matter what other courses you take, you're going to learn something from it, and it's going to enable you to earn more from the other courses that you take. It's going to make everything better. It's going to be supplementary, right? It's a resource that you can use to map out all of the information that's available on dropshipping so that you can figure out where to go to learn more if it's not already available in the course. And that's why, for me, some of the big things to add to the course were like how to get gift cards and the fact that you can use gift cards to be more profitable, and how to use cashback. You know, cashback is included in a lot of websites, but they don't explain how to get it and how exactly it works. And there's a lot of like kind of misconceptions about cashback and how retailers work with it. And so I wanted to kind of clear the air about that kind of stuff. And again, the course is not a guide to making money. The course is a resource of information about dropshipping. It's everything that I learned from posting hundreds of thousands of items and seeing what sales trends were, seeing what kind of problems came up. And ultimately, to the people disliking my videos, for me, it was very hard to understand why people are disliking my videos, because I made a YouTube channel, and in the videos I say, hey, I'm gonna post all these items. I'm not earning a whole bunch of money, but I'm doing this so that I can get experience and then make a course about it, showing you guys so you don't have to make the mistakes that I made, and you can learn from it, right? And then people are like mad at me that I've provided them this information for free, and I didn't know, I couldn't understand that. And what I've realized is that there was, okay, somewhere along the line, people started to think that I was really wealthy. And because I didn't say in every single episode, I didn't start every episode of my YouTube channel with a disclaimer that's like, hey guys, I'm poor, don't do what I do, just take everything I do as a grain of salt. Like, because I didn't say that over and over and over again, people started to make assumptions about how much money I was earning. And I think there are a couple factors that led to this. And one is the fact that I run a YouTube channel about dropshipping and I do videos every day. So obviously people are going to think, oh, he knows what he's talking about. And because I do have a lot of experience dealing with the issues that come up, I'm very able to talk about them and tell you the different scenarios that can come up and different ways to respond and how eBay feels about them and issues that come up with PayPal, because I got all the experience, you know? So I am educated in that sense. And that kind of made people think that I'm also wealthy from dropshipping, right? But that was an assumption that people made, and I could have done more to clear that, but honestly, I'm not going to start every video with just saying, oh, you know, be careful, because, like, my goal is to provide you guys with information as quick as possible and as efficiently as possible. Whether you guys believe me or not, It doesn't matter. To me, it's just like, okay, I want to put this information out there to make it accessible, right? So you guys can listen, and whether you agree or don't agree, at least it's there, right? That's why I want to make information about gift cards, where to get them, and using cashback, and tax exemption, which is something that I dropshipped for like a year, or almost 2 years, before even learning about. Like, and it's so simple and so easy to do, and I was just so scared of it for a long time. So I knew that if I did videos about it, then you guys could just do it from the beginning and get way further than me, right? Because I did things the hard way so that you guys don't have to. And also, I think another problem is that people assumed I was earning a lot of money because of my association with Mark and with Grindspace and Grindcamp. Because I was in an environment that was obviously wealthy, you know, like a view of the Pacific Ocean in the background and like a really nice house. And being around Mark, like Mark has earned a lot of money dropshipping. And the fact that there was a period of time where him and I talked to one another as equals and had really good discussions on videos, that kind of inflated my reputation, I think. And people assumed that because Mark and I had that mutual respect for one another, therefore I must be earning some good money. And like, it's kind of hard for me because, like, even when I went to Grindcamp, I told people, hey, I didn't have the money to come here. I spent money on plane tickets and a laptop to be here instead of paying my bills. Like, I loaned money from my future self. I was very open about that. I told everybody and did YouTube videos about it. So for me, when people are like, oh, you're lying to us. How are you making a course when you haven't earned any money? And it's like, guys, I'm not telling people that I've earned money. The course isn't about earning money. The course is about dropshipping and all the problems that can come up. It has templates so that you guys can understand the situations that come up and figure out how to deal with them before they happen. So you don't get super stressed out, so that you're a more talented dropshipper, so that you're more prepared. Like, that was always my purpose. And I honestly, I was really affected by all of the drama and everything, more affected than I would like to admit. At this point, you know, it's in the past, and I'm much better now. And another thing that's kind of hard for me is the fact that, like, this life, like, okay, yeah, this room is small. I get that. And it's not fancy. It's not the huge mansion with the Pacific Ocean in the background that some of my previous videos had, but, like, this is a place that I provide for myself off of my income from a computer, right? Like, this is the life. I know it's little now, but I have all of the time to do things in the future and earn money and figure out how to and experiment and work on my YouTube channel. This life that I have now took me 5 years to get. This is something I have been fighting for a long time. Like, I had a salary job, but I was working all the time. And I knew I wanted to be my own boss, but I had no idea how to. And I had like I was living with a girlfriend, and I had a car, and I was unhappy. I was miserable. It didn't feel like me. I wasn't able to live the life that makes me proud of who I am. And so I left all of it. Like, and that was 5 years ago. It has taken me 5 years to get to this point where I have this time, and I'm not wealthy, but I'm able to live here, cook my own food every day, pay for my own place. And that took a long time to get to. And the point of the YouTube channel is to show you guys that this is all possible, so that if it's what you want, you can do it in way less time, right? Because if I knew everything I needed to do, I could have been at this point like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. The trouble was that I hadn't met the right people. I hadn't been exposed to the right information, right? And ultimately, I think a lot of the dislikes come from the assumptions that people have made about me, and assuming, one, that I make money, like a lot of money, and two, assuming that I made a course lying to people, telling them that bulk is a really profitable way to dropship, when that is literally not what the course is about, which was kind of frustrating for me, because they were like, I was just like, guys, like, you're giving me crap for something that isn't real. Like, the course isn't about bulk dropshipping. It's not a guide to bulk dropshipping. Go into debt, and when secretly I'm telling you, oh, you're going to earn a bunch of money. Like, it's literally just a database of dropshipping information that you can use however you want. Like, there is information about how to bulk dropship in there, but also disclaimers about the dangers of it and the fact that it is way more profitable to do it in a market like the UK market where there's no insertion fees. Like, there's just so many assumptions about me and my course. I didn't realize kind of those assumptions, and I took things really personally. And that's why I kind of lashed out to the people who are disliking my videos. And what I've realized is that I've made assumptions about you guys as well. And I know that people are always going to dislike some of my videos. And I don't want you guys to think that I don't care. Like, I care a lot. And I think sometimes I care too much, and I have to learn to kind of take a step back, because as much as I say that it doesn't affect me, the reality is it does. Like, I don't want to be perfect. I'm never going to be a, like, complete 100% like ratio or anything like that. But I do want to understand why people are disliking things. Because you're my audience, and you watch my videos, and if it wasn't for my audience, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. And I don't want to give the impression that I don't care, because I care a lot. But anyway, I hope that cleared some of the air. I realize that, you know, people are still going to dislike this video, but that's okay. You know, that's part of life. You can't ever get everybody to accept you, you know? But I did want to apologize because I made assumptions about you guys. And I realized that a lot of you do have good reasons to dislike the videos. Like, in your reality, I'm making a course and lying to people and teaching them information that's going to put them into debt, because that's what I did. Because you guys are used to other courses doing that. But that literally isn't what my course is. The course is all about being independent and figuring out your own path and using the information available to figure out what your next best choice is, and exposing people to information and motivating them and encouraging them. Like, you guys can look at the course. If I was trying to make a course and lie to people about, like, being profitable and that kind of thing, why would I have done YouTube videos showing my debt? And why would I have done multiple YouTube videos showing the fact that I may lose an eBay account? Why would I have been honest with you guys about that stuff? If I wanted to just, like, lie to people and convince them to buy my course and then run off with the money, wouldn't I have just not done those videos and kept all the debt to myself? Like, it just, in my head, that's what I would have done if that was my interest, you know? But anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao.